Poor old Nigel Farage. But he's such a poor loser. A sore loser. Oh dear. Do you feel sorry for him? I don't. No. Well, Nigel Farage certainly deserved this prank led by donkeys. Allow me to share it with you.
Poison that is being taught to our children. They are being told
It made me tickle.
that the stories of Columbine don't matter.
Nigel
All they're being told
certainly
are the bad things we did in our history. And I'm standing up and saying, enough.
Allow me to share it with you.
Proud of who we are, where we come from. All they're being
Are you like a crazy person?
I've got a funny feeling you might have got sound over sound. Might have done. I think so. Oh dear, technical hitch, but you do get 'em with me. Well, there you go. Nigel Farage got pranked led by donkeys. they do put themselves out there, don't they? Led by donkeys. When you consider what they did to the old Matt Hand on cock, in his £15,000 a day fee. Oh dear. Well, no, Nigel Farage hasn't just been pranked led by donkeys. He's also been shunned as well by TikTok. And when you consider that TikTok hasn't shunned Bardella of the National Rally, Marine Le Pen's party. That's pretty much how he's gained all his young person following, How many times have myself and Max, and Graham, who said, like Labour and other parties need to embrace social media. I mean, full on TikTok and what have you. I don't mean crazy, uncomfortable, how to put it, raps by Therese Kofi. Not that sort of thing. No mic drops there, no. But Bardella, worked for Bardella. He's a young man, 28 years old. He knew what he's doing, unfortunately. And that looks like they're going to win the parliamentary election here in France. Shaken. Anyway. No. Farage, he got shunned by TikTok. Yes, he did. Oh, dearie. Poor old Nigel. Well, TikTok has suspended the live stream from one of their recent rallies. Yep. Apparently it's due to a moderation error. I know Max Rubsbear has also had that situation in the past, to be fair, where he got taken down. But Nigel Farage, and apparently he was saying he had 5,000 people there at this event. And unfortunately for him, well, oh dear, never mind. I'm sure we'll get over it. Won't we? No? Okay. Well, do you know what I ain't done? Oh, let's check who's in the chat. Let's bring the chat up. I didn't actually put the chat in here yet. Oh, crikey. There we are. I can quickly do that. That's not an issue. There you go. Probably needs formatting. Oh, it's not too bad. Who we got in the chat? I did an interview I uploaded this morning with Brendan Donnelly from the Reform. Say Reform? Rejoin EU. From the Rejoin EU party. It's Freudian slip. But yeah, it's the first time I've ever done anything like that, so some feedback would be good. I would. What should I do differently? Like, not keep moving away from the microphone might be a good idea. There you go, apparently. There you go. Alice Tomcat, hello there, buddy. Hi, all in the chat. Even to you, my friends. Put into live chat. There we go. Oh, follow the money, says Steve McGowan. Yes, I found that article about the 100k, 100,000. I don't know if I can't remember if it was pounds or euros or dollars, whether it was donation from a business owner with investments in Russia. How dare. What, Nigel? I don't believe it for a minute. Yes, 7 times a loser and once to a dolphin. That is correct. Whatever. But unfortunately, he's likely to get clacked, and these people have been so hoodwinked. Oh, it is embarrassing. And the man's a full-on racist. He is. He might say he's not. He's a flipping racist. He knew these people in the party. He was making excuses. Oh, I inherited the party. No, it's a limited company. You inherit nothing. It's a limited company with your name at the top, with major shareholder. They just lie and lie and lie. They can't help themselves but lie. It's one of the things I said to Brendan Donnelly from the Rejoin EU Party. I say Join EU. But anyway, the Rejoin EU Party. I said to him, they could deal with lying. Being a bonnet about it. Can't stand it. Enough of it. That's all they seem to want to do. It's fib. Big old porkies, they tell. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
In December, I'll be in Beijing, opening up new pork markets.
That's a coup. That face. Oh, poor old Liz. Hello, Joe Lefty, and hello, Wim. Good evening, everybody. Bertie Coo. Putin loser! Now, I was thinking about how I was going to approach this Brendan Donnelly from the Rejoin EU Party. And I was thinking, I can't really attack him or anything, can I? I want him to come back. I'll have another opportunity to talk about other stuff. Like for me, it'd be like, about the arts and what have you, and that, troubles they're having, or the sciences and stuff like that. I didn't realise he's this called the Federal Alliance or something, where it's about education and stuff like that, and they do a lot of podcasts. Very interesting man, actually. I didn't know that at the time, but yeah, it was a bit of an eye opener. Good evening, everybody. To you, good evening, Hey, Regan. Hello, my friend. Hope you're well. Got shorts, all shorts. Yes. When do you want to say something funny? I made a video where I'm not wearing any clothes and I've got masking tape on my nipples. Okay, I've got 3 million views on it so far. Actually, it's over 3 million though. Yeah. Do you know what made me think though? Sort of like, oh. First I thought 3 million people have seen my nipples. Then I remember there's 2 of them. That's 6 million people. See my nipples? With masking tape on them. Painter's tape. Oh, hello, George Jules. Susan DeWitt, hello there. Hope you're well. And Jeanette Camp, tidy eye. Oh, working while listening. Oh, listen. Do you know, that's kind of what I tend to do. If I listen to, although I don't listen to so much Brexit-related type videos I used to be sort of a bit of an addict. I don't even listen to James O'Brien that much anymore. But if I do listen to anything, I usually do it when I'm working. So it's like, for instance, I'll just have LBC running or YouTube running in the workshop while I'm making something. So that's why it's so annoying when you got mid-roll ads, because you got to keep skipping the flipping things, or you got to listen to something that's totally irrelevant to you. Annoying. Hello, Dr. Davies, Mad Monk. Hello, my friend. Hope you well. And Terry Regan, a Plymouth activist for justice. Evening all. Plymouth. Andrew Evans, IDI. Oh, sorry, I was not on last. Otherwise, mate, you okay? He was on holiday in France. You come and see us. Billy Kershaw, hey up, folks. And B. Dallas, hello, my friend. Hope you're well. Goodly evenings, everybody's. And Rab Nori, have a great evening. And P. Dallas says, oh, great to see them flying the Putin flag for fartage. Oh, that was hilarious. Oh, crikey, who shared that with me now? I can't remember now. It might have been Max, actually. But that was so funny. That did make me tickle. Seeing that come down slowly. And Nigel Farage was totally unaware what was going on. And he looked up like that. Because everyone else was looking up there like that. And he realises this poster of Putin saying, I love Farage. Or I love Nigel. I love Nigel. But they got links. They are linked. Right? Nobody's. It's been. But let's not forget. So is Rishi Sunak. His in-laws have been photographed many a time with Vladimir Putin. His in-laws have got major contracts in Russia, and they might say they're no longer operating in Russia. How do we know? No one's proved anything. So while everyone else has to pay more money for their energy, more this, more that, what have you. I'm not saying it's wrong to do so, but I'm just saying it seems very hypocritical. When how much did he make in dividends last year from Emphasis, mummy-in-law's, daddy-in-law's company, his wife's shares, huge amount of money. Such hypocrisy, it really is. Hello, Somali Wingo. It's hilarious how the vile Farage eats everyone that tries to appease him. Yes, he does. Scameron tried. Farage ate. Scameron. Oh dear. Yes, he likes our pig as well, apparently. Scameron tried, and Farage ate the Conservative Party. If you give them fuel, they'll make use of it, wouldn't they? You know, I haven't actually got any treats. It's dust. Don't look at me like that. I've got to try and get some crumbs out of it. Oh yeah. Oh Wally. Animals, eh? Animals. Wally. Oh. Anyway. Let's sort off. Oh dear. Hello. What's that? Hello. Hey, Gingers. Hello, Gingers. Hope you're well. Labour not engaging with social media has been their biggest asset. Definition. I suppose you're right, yeah. Depends how you do it, doesn't it? Can you imagine Keir Starmer on social media? Yeah, doing like little little skits. Anyone else frozen? I'm not frozen. No, it's quite warm today. Rabnori, TikTok, the clock is ticking. The right-wing balloon is punctured. Fartage renamed blow-up doll. Don't let him down. Oh, God. Aaron Rusky Banks, the Russian money launders for Brexit. We'll cover a little bit of that today as well. I've got an article that was by, I think it was Byline Times, where they did a piece on them. This was 2022, but it's all relevant to what's going on at the moment. You know, they're now saying there's links with Russian interference in the election. It's not surprising, is it? Let's be honest. You know, they haven't stopped, have they? It won't be just Russia. Will it be China and that as well? They're all at it now. Good evening, Marcus. Good evening to you, Matt. And to all in the chat, hope you all have a good weekend and ready for the week ahead. Oh, crikey, I don't know if I am. Not after that. Oh, crikey, that election coming in here in France. The idea that Marine Le Pen's got anywhere near government is very, very frightening. Yes. Benny Van der Haag, I just wonder why he gets so much airtime. Yeah, how many times has he been on flipping Question Time, for instance? Although he didn't have a very good time. Did he? He's oh crikey! He wants an apology from BBC's Question Time. He wants an apology from him because he reckons it was biased. It was biased. Really? That man is such a little snowflake, isn't he? You know, a little Ramona. Oh dear. He's not a happy man, is he? Let's be honest. But they were saying that more research has been done. They reckon that those on the right are the most unhappy. You know, They're angry. But they are, though, aren't they? They're always angry. The racists. Always angry. Oh, they're coming to get me. Crikey. Awful, man. I kept seeing Labour adverts on YouTube. Is it because you looked at one and then you get fed them? Artemis is at my feet. Oh, begging for food, but she isn't happy with carrots and cauliflower. They're probably not. Oh, my body likes carrots, so he likes carrots. Oh, would he? Yeah, he does eat cauliflower. How long till Farage falls out of the window? A bit like William Baker says, 4 more sleeps before I can vote. Unfortunately, I still have not, nor's my Demis has got, neither of us have got our postal votes yet, so that's it. We aren't getting one now. So, they sent them out on the 26th. The only way we could vote now is if we took our postal. We ain't got postal votes, so we can't even do that. You take your postal vote to the voting. I'd have to go to the UK, obviously, to do it, or maybe an embassy. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous, you know. Okay, I could have done a proxy, but I haven't actually got anyone living in my area. I'd have to put people out to do it. I don't know. Do you know what? I'm getting to the point now. It's third time. I just feel like every time I vote, it's pointless. You know, Brexit, general elections, and it's just every time. Oh, God, I didn't want them. Never win. You know what they say about gambling. You know. So I think next time I ever actually do it, I might sod it. I think next time I actually bother voting, it's either going to be a republic. If there's a referendum on the republic, that may be. I don't know. Maybe I'll vote on. Oh, I know. If we have a referendum on rejoining the EU, yeah, I'll vote for that. Yeah. What else is there? Anything like that. But sod general elections, I had enough now. I just we get so messed about. Now, all I want to do is register to vote, and then we had to jump through blooming hoops. And then they come back to us. I don't know who we are, basically. We got sent all the information through, and it was okay in the end. But, you know, I literally got a passport delivered the week before, you know, as if they don't know who I am. Annoying people. Sadie Bill. What will happen, all shorts? Refugees in France ushered to the UK would give Farage and refugees or two. Refugees find France dangerous, so a deterrent. It's actually they're not actually. They're quite harsh on the refugee camps. I mean, they go in, they destroy the tents and stuff. In Paris way, they destroy all the tents and stuff like that. Then they got nothing. They got they are pretty darn harsh on them. He is surely a poster boy in his Hitler-like costume. Shame on the mainstream media giving Farage airtime. Yeah, but it's things. There's not enough honesty about it as well. They're just letting him speak, you know, and not being held to account. Although I think if we have a look at this, I'll probably get demonetized for this. To be fair,
the question I'm asking.
Well, I pay.
I get demonetized every week anyway. It's Dominions, not anymore. Is that gonna be correct? Oh, sort of. I'll bring that over a little bit. No, that's the wrong one. Oh, TikTok suspended my live stream. It ain't fair. Poor old. Actually, that's the wrong one. So let's just go into that one. That Farage. Nope, not that one. Oh, that's one. There you go. So let's just play this little clip.
Well, I pay.
And Mark here talked about things that have been said by candidates. Now, hang on. Nigel Farage, please answer this question. This has been widely reported. These comments... Hang on. Let me finish. These comments by your candidates have been widely reported. You don't need a vetting company to fund. They're out there in the public domain.
Well, a vetting company? What? How much do you pay? 120,000 or something pounds? And it just really is access to software.
the newspapers, online. Why are they still standing as your candidate?
I inherited a start-up party. Remember?
How do you inherit a party when it says clearly he was the first registered director on the company's house? How do you inherit that? No.
I've been doing this.
Why are they still standing as your candidates?
Well, they're not. They've been disowned. In most cases, they've been disowned. With people like Lily from... I mean, honestly, what he said is criminal.
So why is it your candidate?
Wrong. I have no idea why this man...
You are the leader.
Did I just hear right? I had no idea. He's the leader of the party. He's the major shareholder. Sorry, he's the leader. Is he? No, he's just the major shareholder. He gets to say and do whatever he wants. I still can't get over that. I really can't. It just don't make any sense to me whatsoever. No, so much democracy and all that shit. What are the bollocks? All I got to do is catching flies. Blimey.
I wasn't.
You are now.
I inherited this. It was a start-up party. I paid a professional London betting company to weed this out.
Smaller in number, are we? But larger
there he goes
in
again,
mind.
doesn't he? He goes again. A professional London betting company. Oh, he didn't read the first paragraph. He just saw the title.
Done. We're a start-up, and all start-ups, whether they're business or political parties, get some wrong uns in the end.
Well, now I've pointed it out to you. Are you...
You get wrong uns.
Are you going to withdraw your support from these people?
I wouldn't want anything to do with them.
I just have a question about being a paid actor.
It's
You
good, it's
also
good,
run you are online on a website called Cameo where you'll record paid shorts of you doing
Saying things like, up the rah!
roasts or pep talks for people.
Oh yeah, don't forget, who's anus? What was it, anus? Who ain't... Anyway.
I was just wondering, your cheapest ones you do are £70. If I paid you £70 now, would you admit that this country would be nothing without our rich history of immigration?
Well, I tell you what. And this is what's gone wrong. Because...
This too bugs me. I saw a little tweet by Crafty, you know, oh, crikey, what his name is. Crafty, I can't say that, can I? Anyway, and he's gone on about exactly the same thing about stop demeaning our history, blah, 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 you know, about how great we were, slavery.
You talk about immigration, and it ran from after the war up until the millennium, a net 30 to 40,000 a year. And yes, it worked. In fact, we had the most successful immigration policies of any country in the whole of Europe, no question. Now, it is so totally out of control. Just think about this. 2.5 million people have come in the last 2 years. You wonder why you can't get a house. You wonder why your rents have gone up 25% in 4 years. You wonder why our infrastructure is struggling. You wonder why we have to build a new house every 2 minutes just to cope with the numbers. And that's the issue. It's now running at numbers that are literally unimaginable and are diminishing the quality of life of everybody in this country. And frankly, this should be the biggest issue of this election.
Oh, I can't stand him. I hate him. I really... Can you tell? I can't... Oh. He's one of them few people. What can I do to him? Oh, no. Say on it. I can't say that. Back in the chat. But it goes on about immigration, what have you, as you know. It's just... We all know it's a net benefit to the country. You know, I agree it is getting out of hand, or has got out of hand, but it's under the Tories, isn't it? You know? Brexit hasn't helped. We can't send people... Actually, we've got there's a Dublin Accord. Can't remember what Dublin Treaty. Anyway, we can't send people back to a place of origin anymore because we don't have any. We don't have a seat at the table, so there's nothing we can really do. We've actually gone about sovereignty. We just literally cut ourselves off from sovereignty. If you've got sovereignty, it means you can wield power. You know, what can we do? We can't wield power on any other country. We've got no say anymore. We really haven't. Strange. Oh, what we got here? Oh, Aston, cheers, buddy. Wally Man Funds, where is he? Oh, he's gone. He was there a minute ago. My little Wally. I think he's been such a dude recently. He really has. He had a fit earlier in the week. Normally, he comes you get like few at a time, But he had one early in the week, but he hadn't had any since. So beginning of last week, but he hasn't had any since, which is fingers crossed, because the month before he had a really bad time. It goes like that. Somebody's up there, somebody's down there. It's just, and something's weather as well. Weather don't help. That's the same as Sebastian. Pandora, though, she's strong as knock. She is. Yeah, crazy dog. Thanks, buddy. And I got. Oh, we got that. Oh, cool. 5 All Shorts memberships. Oh, nice one. Thank you. Excellent. You're most kind. Peter, right, and Joe Lefty. Oh, that's cool. Thank you. Billy Kershaw, my cunt. God, he just falls into the trap, doesn't he? Every single time. Won't be on his little cameos he does. He's just such an easy target. He ain't that bright, is he? Really? He can't be. He's not streetwise, that's what it is. He ain't streetwise at all, is he? He's just, some sort of merchant banker or something like that. Oh, awful man. Sandy Bill, we live in capitalism and every one of them are consumers and net benefit the economy. Does he have a problem with capitalism? Very good point. See, a lot of people go about capitalism being like this. It's the root of all evil and all that. I don't buy that. I think greed is. There's a difference, I don't think it's capitalism per se. It's just a system. The problem is it gets abused, and that's human nature, unfortunately. It really is. I think so. That's my thing, anyway. That's my thing. I'm sure someone's gonna tell me, "No, you're wrong. It's evil. It'll be the end of the world. We need utopia." We need Jehovah's Witnesses and all that, little pictures of utopia. That's what we need. The serial gifter or grifter? Grifter, I imagine. He certainly is. We've been priced out of the market by landlords, and adding immigration won't change anything. I've got a few views on that because I've been in the industry regarding housing and stuff like that, building housing, and also working for landlords. Some landlords are really good. I mean, they're really, really good. They always do the repairs, they look after the tenants, and then you got others who are just a flipping nightmare. They don't care. All they think about is their bottom line all the while. Which I don't understand. I don't get that, because you need to look after your asset. If you don't look after, what's the point? If you don't look after the asset, you're just going to have like a really downtrodden building, aren't you? See, this thing about social housing, we've got to build more housing, and it's not just social housing, we've just got to build more housing, wherever it is. Obviously, affordable, that's a bit of a loose term, I know, but affordable housing. Nothing's ever affordable if you've got the money, is it, to be fair? And I don't even think social housing is even the answer, because a house is a house. What we need to do, we need to bring house prices down and bring rents down by flooding the market with properties. It means you've got to build a lot. But no builder, no construction firm, no Wilcon Homes or Bovis or any of them lot, or even the small ones, and none of them are going to flood the market. That's not in their interest to. They just land bank. That's all they do. They get their piece of land, right? They buy a piece of land from a farmer, right? Eventually, maybe 10 years later, they manage to get some planning on that piece of land by bribing, I don't know, some councillor or something, or promising the earth, like a new school. That's what happened. Well, yeah, I'm from Iraqi. If they promised a new school, it took 15 years before they got this little school. And anyway, they promised the world, and then eventually that piece of land has provisional planning on it, change of use and all that into properties. But nothing happens. But they might dig the footings on one property. They might build the show home. They might create a couple of roads going through the piece of land or something like that, because then they hold on. Once they start, that planning is valid. It doesn't go out of date. It doesn't run out of time. 2 years or whatever it is, run out of time. No, they can start. All they've got to do is dig a foot. It's just ridiculous. It doesn't make any. It is ridiculous. That is. They can sit on that, and they'll only build on that if they need to. or as part of their building program. But they're not going to flood the market, because the flooding the market brings the prices down and they make less money. They're just not going to do it. Yeah, any way you're going to get more houses in the UK, or anywhere, in fact, is by either forcing them to build up, either making it so they can't sit on the land, the planning, or making land sit there. If it does sit there, they get taxed heavily on it. So we get something, and then that money could be used to build more houses, or something like that, argument's sake. But it's like social housing and stuff like that. If people say, we need more social housing. We haven't got a massive social housing network here in France. But the house prices are cheap, and the rents are cheap. And obviously, unless you're in Paris, something like that. But the rents are cheap. And also you do get you get rent help and stuff like help with your rent and all stuff. But also, if you're a youngster, I can't remember what the amount is. It used to be 30,000. If you're a first, not even youngster, but if you're a first time buyer here in France, okay, and it's a new build, it must be a new build, and it must be your first property. They give you, it used to be, I don't know what it is now, but it's 30 grand. It was 30 grand grant. They just give it to you towards your first property. There's a lot of money, isn't there? All of a sudden, you've got a little bit of capital in your property. Now, I know a lot of people are hell bent on social housing and stuff, but property's a property. We just need houses, but the right houses. We don't build houses to last. None of these welcome home type buildings they build these days are going to last. They aren't. Technically, they're over-engineered, but the actual materials used are rubbish. Awful things. New builds. Terrible. But worked on it, what they're like. Land bank, yep. Seen that. Also, building a barn and then changing it to a house. In France, they're changing the rules here next year. If you want to buy a barn over here, for instance, and the intention is you're going to convert it into a property, next year we'll be able to. Now, we've got 2 barns here, and we're thinking about getting planning on it just in case. Just so we can have change of use, even if it's uses here, but make it a habitation. If we want to. A studio or something, I don't know, argument's sake. Or a workshop. It's very common. The English have lost their identity. I saw a clip about Farage in Manchester, and it looked like
Smaller
WWF.
in number, are we?
What,
But
World
larger
Wrestling
in
Federation.
mind.
Pastor Billy Graham event. Oh, they fell and lurched all over the floor. Oh, crikey. Well, they're like writhing on the floor because Nigel Farage, they touched them and they saved him. Could it be that? Was it something like that? Oh, he touched me. I've been on a Band 1 homeless, crikey, really? But at Band 1 homeless since late November. Still have not been offered anything. I'm not annoyed. It's just oh no, I'm sorry that, mate. There isn't enough houses. There just isn't enough houses. We do need to build more, but the idea of changing land usage in the UK and think there's all of a sudden you're going to build houses. What I mean about like brown belt or green belt land. It's not going to happen. Just changing. You build more houses, yes. And the smaller builders, what have you, and also people who do self builds and stuff. Yes, there'll be more opportunities for them. But the people who are building like thousands of houses, because these estates have got like 2,000-3,000 houses on them and more. They're not going to do it. It's not in their interest. They're not going to flood the market. Yeah, land banks. It's terrible. That is. It's just no one can do anything with it. It's locked. They've got obviously it's their land. They've got the planning on it and what have you, and it's locked. There's nothing they can do. And people like Nigel Farage trying to tell us that blame it on the immigrants and what have you. If you're talking about the European Union immigrants, which are the ones he fought against, they were the ones who were building the houses. Romanians and Polish and Eastern Europeans coming over and building houses. Not bad work for me. And they're good women workers. I have to admit, to start with, we had 2 work for us, and it was a learning curve. Because although they spoke English, it was a bit. Actually, no, one of them didn't actually. One of them, yeah, one of them spoke English. The accent was quite strong, and obviously my accent as well, so they didn't understand the word I said, you know. So it was interesting, but you know, also took a little time for them to get used to the building materials and that. So they started off doing a bit more sort of builder labour and what have you. Then once they found their way, they were brilliant, you know, on the tools and on the bricks, laying the bed. Oh, cheers, George. For doggies! I'm about to... Oh, no, sorry. About to lose one of mine. She's 14, but I can imagine. She's kidney failure. Yeah, I got Sebastian's got heart disease. But Wally's got a heart murmur, but it's got worse. He's getting old, you see, and he's 14. And puts water on it. Both of them get water on the lung because of it, so they have to have they're on the same medication, but they've got different conditions. So, I'm sorry about that, George. Thank you, though. Less than a week to live. Yes, there's only a week left for the Tory party. Yeah. On Independence Day. Freedom! They're going to get annihilated. I think it... I feel it in my fingers, and I feel it in my bones. I feel that the Tory party are going to be absolutely not wiped out completely, but they're not going to have a good time. They really aren't. I think the polls are a little bit optimistic. I might be wrong. Especially now Reform Party with Nigel Farage is in the mix. I think that's seriously going to mix things up somewhat. Spanner in the works for the Tories. But fair to the Farage, he's always said that you want to take them down, doesn't he? We'll take them out. Oh dear. Building here in the suburbs of Prague is a lengthy process. There are historic and environmental regulations which take years to get past, I can imagine. We've got some beautiful buildings there, haven't you? Christ. The new projects end up very nice. So yeah, I can imagine. The thing is, they have to use traditional building techniques as well. There are compromises with everything like that, but there's always compromises because you've got shortages of skills. Everywhere has those sort of skills. We don't have enough masons. It's not just bricklayers and stuff like that. It's all the fineries, you know, like the window reveals and lintel courses and stuff. Yeah, sorry about that. How about your doggy? Yeah, my Wally's 14, Sebastian's 13, and Pandora's 11. I think 11. If by some miracle Labour actually solves the migrant crisis, there is literally no reason for Reform UK to exist at all. He'll just change the name. That's what he does, isn't it? It was a Brexit party originally, wasn't it? It's like the geezer that I interviewed the other day, Brendan Donnelly. He's his party's called Rejoin EU Party. It's redundant if you rejoin, but I don't actually. They clearly haven't got aspirations to be, even to have seats in Parliament. They're there to put the pressure on. I was listening to some podcasts by him and this other guy. I can't remember what his name now. And just today, and just talking about Labour and what have you, and and how he believes that Labour will be forced into, not because of them, but be forced anyway because of public demand, to look closer, get much closer alignment with the EU. But we know what that entails, don't we? It's, And to be fair to Brendan, he was saying actually, cause we're talking behind before he was recording as well. He was saying that there isn't no half in, half out. But we literally just got to go full on in, and that includes getting rid of the pound and everything. I mean, it's just so that's what he's talking about. I think he's basically saying that'd be the only way to be taken seriously. I think it's too early. It's too early at the moment. But there again, we can't. Something that sprung in my mind when I was getting my questions ready for rejoin party, and that was, although we've got an older generation. Okay, not everyone is old vote for Brexit, obviously not. But the older generation who did vote for Brexit, a lot of them are obviously. Okay, they're passing away. All right, they're pegging it. Pop the clocks. All right. To the pearly gates, or probably actually down there, or some special place in hell. Apparently, yeah. Apparently,
I've been wondering what that special place in hell looks like for those who promoted Brexit without even a sketch of a plan how to carry it safely.
I think I love that man. So anyway, there's less of them. Obviously, we know that, don't we? Including my dad. My dad voted for Brexit, and he's gone now. He died literally. I shouldn't laugh as my father, but he liked Nigel Farage. He was a lost cause, my dad, I'll tell you. But anyway, he passed away shortly after the Brexit vote, within months. So he didn't get to see all those luscious benefits of Brexit, did he? No. So anyway, what my point? Let's get to the point. My point is, we've got youngsters who will come up to voting age at some point in their future. Could be 16 now. Could have if Labour's going to be the next foregone conclusion. If Labour becomes the next government, the former government. So 60-year-olds, so they haven't experienced the European Union. Will they actually understand what the benefits are? You get people in the 20s and 30s, in the 30s now, late 20s, 30s. Now they might have travelled the EU, they might have done stuff. They didn't have to have a rectal exam or anything like that, have they? All the forehead stamped. They had none of that. They just pop over. He was also saying that the UK would really ought to be in the Schengen as well. His argument was need to be taken seriously. Because what I was asking him, I think that's what concerns me is I don't feel there's a lot of appetite in the EU for the UK to start the process again. Article 49 and all that. We're not ready for it anyway, because we don't even have all the ducks in a row. We don't even the 1993 Copenhagen criteria. We don't even meet that. So it's unlikely to happen anytime soon. Obviously, I would like it to happen, because obviously I'd rather be inside the EU and have a seat at the table, but with decent people at that table, not people like flipping Nigel Farage. Crikey, that's enough to put anyone off accepting Article 49, isn't it? Start an ascension. They're like, no, we don't want him again. Why would they? That's like, torture. Crikey. How many times they try and do him in? The aeroplane crashed. The car crashed. Okay, I'm not saying that. I know they're apparent accidents, what have you. But, who knows? It might have been. What clip? What? I don't understand what you're talking about. What clip? Oh, I don't know what they're on about. No. Oh, what that clip?
Nigel's a model, you know what I mean. And he does his little turn on the catwalk. On the catwalk, yeah, he does his little turn on the catwalk. Get him off, Nigel. I'm too sexy for my cat. Too sexy for my cat. Poor pussy. Poor pussy cat. Too sexy for my love going to leave me.
And we went out not last night. No, it was Friday night we went out. And they voted for Brexit. Oh dear! So that's an interesting conversation, because they couldn't come up with any benefits of Brexit at all. And I got a funny feeling they got a figure about Nigel Farage as well. So it must be the shirt. It's got to be the shirt. It's obviously too sexy. It really must be. It's the only thing I can think of. I don't know. Maybe you know. Travel broadens the mind, definitely. And that's why they banned it. Do you know what? Let's think about education as well. You got Plebs are easy to manipulate, aren't they? Yeah, people go to college, university. There used to be. That was only the rich, wasn't it? That was only the doff cap forelock types who went to universities and learnt to read. Even everyone else was controllable in the olden days, when they were smashing rocks and stuff. But today, even me, even I've got a degree. 17 distinctions, me. Yes, they gave me a degree, so I don't know why. I've done something right. That wasn't an honorary degree either. It wasn't one of them Trump ones, no. I think someone needs a timeout. Who needs a timeout? Why? Oh, that. Oh, I get it now. Yes, the dancing Nazi. Yes. Goes as Nigel Farage. Oh, the man is just horrendous. He's trying to make out like about racism and stuff like that, and can't all in the party. Now we're gonna get. It's really terrible. It is. And then what does he do? He throws it back at Channel 4. The investigation was Mr. Tilly, whatever his name is, Mr. Silly, and after what you said regarding Rishi Sunak being an F and P word, which is obviously absolutely disgusting. It was said. No matter what excuses you make for him, it was said. So even behind closed doors, if you get overheard and you said it, well then that just you're racist, plain and simple. Especially by context as well. Nothing like that as well. So that was it. Oh, it was a hatchet job by Channel 4 News, a hatchet job. And it was an actor. It's an actor. He's an activist for Nigel Farage. It's just these people. It's just one after the other. They're horrendous. They're absolutely horrendous. Log them up. So I say, log them up. In the spotlight, hello, buddy. Thanks for sending what you sent me over. I did get your WhatsApp a minute ago. I see. I haven't gone into it yet though. Thank you. Hey, Joe Merrill, it's lovely to see you, my friend. The rejoined fellow is a nice guy, but he's dreaming. I have to admit, he was actually a nice guy. Actually, he was very easy to talk to, very pleasant. I didn't feel there's any sort of like cause he talks a bit properly, doesn't he? Unlike me. And there was no I haven't got any treats, sweetheart. I've got my Pandora here now. I've got dust. I need to get some. Maybe I'm going to get some in a minute. Maybe I can get the missus to get some. Yeah, no, he was. He actually was. He was actually a really nice person to talk to be fair. And it was the first time I've ever done anything like that. I was a little bit nervous, to be honest. I just made it through this. I had 10 questions. I got through 5. He can talk. They can suck an eye, to be fair. But he can, I need a way of actually getting them to come to some sort of fruition, or someone like that to come to fruition. I don't know how they do it. How do you stop them from talking? So I don't sound like I'm just talking over them. It's really hard. There must be a technique. So put your hand up like that, maybe that. No? It's a bit rude, isn't it? Remember the student Euro rail thing? Yeah. Cheers, Bill Silver. Thank you. Apparently, I hit the nail on the head. I can't remember what for, but apparently, hit the nail on the head. But ain't gonna happen anyway. So, not anytime soon. I would like it to, but I can't see it. I would be very excited if it looked like we're going to have another referendum, because I think I'm fairly certain people will say, "Hang on, this isn't working." And you just got to look at the tax take, and it's just horrendous. They've had 0.0. Last month we had 0 growth. Month before we had like 0.04% growth. This month they're saying now saying that they've readdressed it or recalculated. Now it's saying it's 0.4% growth. Growth of what though? What growth? Just increasing your GDP doesn't mean say you've grown profit. It just means you've just grown turnover. What is the net? Well, we know that the net is vastly reduced because costs are higher. Everything's more expensive now for everybody. Oh, look, I've frozen. I might keep it like it. For prosperity. No? Okay, let's just deactivate. And then reactivate. There we go. I think I'm back. Oh, there, technology. It's USB problems, I reckon. Where's the election countdown? It's so close yet so far. Don't get too excited. You know, the celebration for me would be the fact getting rid of the Tory party. It's not getting Labour. That's not the celebration for me. I really am hoping they're going to make some major changes for the better for the ordinary people. They say they're going to do that, so I hope they will. I hope they keep to their word on that. But I'm not convinced. A lot of stuff, I'm just not convinced. Then I'm no expert, so what do I know? You know? But I do know, make Brexit work is just an oxymoron. The level of the IQ of the person determines in who they will vote. Lower spectrum for easy radical answers. High IQ for most pragmatic voting. You've only got to look, just it's cause and effect. You don't cut yourself off from your closest trading partner. Well, you're clearly not going to be able to trade too easily, are you? Which is going to cost you. Oh, someone keeps sending me WhatsApps in the spotlight. Is that you in the spotlight? I don't want to think about Macron's and crikey. And Bardella being the Prime Minister. Macron might be playing behind it. He's suggesting that Bardella, you know, that young 28-year-old from the could be the EU leader. Macron's going to suggest it. That'd be a disaster. Can you imagine it? They make him look a right fool. See, he's quite inexperienced. What he is a campaigner. He's a really good campaigner. And that he's won the young over. And he's done that via TikTok. Unfortunately. This is where, you know, Macron, he didn't do that, did he? There you go. I have to admit, Macron is a little bit arrogant. Just a little bit. He clearly is. I think someone come up to him and they asked him about, I've done all this training as, what was it now? What was it? It was a training, like, he did his training, either as a baker or something like that. And he could only get a job of 20 hours a week or something. And Macron replied to, well, if I walked over the road over there, I reckon I'll get you a job. Just like that, he goes. In French, obviously. Not he didn't say just like that. Anyway, that's what he said. Words to that effect. But when it comes down to, that's patronising and it's just arrogant. He is disconnected. I'm not going to say he's bad at what he does, but he's disconnected from ordinary people. He doesn't understand people. And that's a problem. I think that's a problem with a lot of these politicians. In the UK as well, obviously. They're disconnected from ordinary folk. They don't understand their trials and tribulations. They don't understand having to do a shopping list and sticking to it. They don't get it. They don't understand doing online on Tesco's and stuff. You get to the end of it and having to go back on your shopping list because it's just, you can't afford that. Just to get the bill down to 30 quid or something stupid. Or was it 30p? Mate, it's 30p, yeah. It's got to be 30p. How many minutes? 30p times 7. How many in the family? For your week shopping? Now, a lot of them are disconnected, aren't they? But, you know, and even those who try and make out they are a man of the people, like now Nigel Farage, they're all part of the problem that they say they're against. It's just ridiculous. It's just, but like you saying a minute ago that simple people or people with low IQ. Okay, this sounds nasty now. It's not. it's not necessarily the case, because some people that I know that are just people who work either the land or the tools and stuff, they're the most practical people going. They're not stupid. But then you get those who are. There again, you get those who are, who've got all the degrees and stuff, who are also stupid. We've got rich people who voted for Brexit. Okay, you might have had an ulterior motive, like betting against the pound or something like that, Yeah. And what's the other geezer? Odie, Ugly Odie, whatever his name is. Well, thanks, Kevin, lad. Politics channel and the politics vote name. I tried. Still haven't got my voting papers. Still haven't arrived. North Carolines. Darren's arrived, but he's in a different constituency than me. And he's got sent on the 14th. And he's only just got them. He got them 2 days ago. What's that tell you? That's how long it takes stuff to get here sometimes now. I reckon what's happening is that they store it up in a big bag. When the bag gets full, they then send it over the channel. It's cheaper. I won't be surprised, Okay, it's my own little conspiracy theory, I know. Hey, David McGuinness, hope you're well, my friend. Even all in the chat. I need to ask that geezer from Rejoin Party about Scotland. I did bring up Scotland. So he didn't vote for it, but he couldn't have talk. But yeah, that's what I need to do. See what he thinks about Scotland. You get a really good idea about the character of somebody then, can't you? Because like I've said to you before, I don't necessarily want Scotland to leave. That's not my. I just think they need to. I don't want them. I don't want Scotland to leave the United Kingdom. But if that's what the people choose, I think they should be given the option. That's my feeling anyway. I know some people disagree, but there you go. It's not my Scotland. Just like this isn't my France. I might live here, but I'm an immigrant. Not an expat. No, I'm an immigrant. Crispin the odious Odie. That's right, Sir Larry the Carrot. Okay, cool. He is odious, wasn't he? Horrible little man. And after they crashed the flippin' pound again, after flippin' Liz Truss was in, I think it is an absolute.
That is a disgrace.
There was Kwasi Kwarteng rubbing his hands together with Crispin Odie. They were partying, drinking, supping on their champers and stuff because they just bet against the pound again. I don't understand why this isn't a criminal. Surely it's criminal. Isn't it insider trading? You'd think so, wouldn't you? Well, we're barking up the wrong tree here. It doesn't seem right to me. No. Oh dear. Pimple, pop, maggot, pus, ulcer, wart. What? Trump. Oh no, don't do Trump. No. Crikey, no.
Like you'll go person, woman,
Smaller in number, are we?
camera,
But larger in mind.
That's a bit loud, wasn't it? Yeah, some cheers, buddy. A question for the chat postal votes. Who got theirs? Scotland has a problem. Some have not arrived. Knocked on door. Crikey. So postal in Scotland, for Scotland, postal votes. So people are disabled and stuff like that. They haven't got them. Well, I'm in France and I haven't got them. After we'd done it all, but we found out that they weren't sending them until the 26th. So they were sent 4 days ago. It's the first on Monday. Tomorrow's the first. So we're not going to get it, are we? So that's our vote lost. And Caroline's vote, that's 2 votes. So I'm fed up with it, to be honest. I don't feel it's a proper democracy anyway, is it? That's our vote on that. I do a referendum on PR. Oh yeah, and also what else we're going to vote on? UBI. Will there be a referendum for UBI, or will they just try that first, wouldn't they? The UBI. That's it. And keel hauling Tories. They might not exist by then, so there might not even be a problem. You've raised some questions there, Marcus, but where are you from? What do you mean, as in my constituency? Broadland, which is Tory. So for me, it makes. Why did Darren, my son Dan or Dizzy, we could call him, but why did Darren's he's got it? He should get it in time, which is Labour under Clive Lewis. Got theirs in good time, was sent in good time. Why did a Tory run constituency? Why did they not send them until the 26th? There's a risk that people even in the UK weren't going to get them on time. There's not really an excuse, is there? And all that talk about, oh yeah, we have to get things printed, that we don't have enough fat ballot papers and stuff, that's bollocks, isn't it? It really is. Top Smoke. Hello, Top Smoke, hope you're well. Scottish takeover. Maybe the English can have a referendum to get rid of Scotland. I have to admit, I'll tell you what made me tickle. And Marcus's biggest fan sent me some clips over earlier. And because I saw something on, I commented on something. And then he sent this over to me about football, you know, Scotland and Germany and the football. And they have a whale of a time. And loads of different clips, you know. No rough and tumble, no violence or aggression or anything like that. It's just loads of Scots being a bit merry and just having a good time, you know. And when I heard in, I think it was one of the comments on one of my videos actually, that in Germany, they said the Scots are welcome any time. I just think it just you get a load of happy people together because they were happy, even though they lost. Happy people together, you know, and it's everyone had a good time, you know, and it's nice to see together with the Germans as well. It's good, so it should be. There we go. UBI, yeah. Who said UBI? I did. I'd vote on that. I just had enough of that with the general elections. I never get my own way. Obviously voting the wrong way. I think I was banned by Evil Shorts. I didn't ban you. Who made me think I banned you for? If only endorse you, Bill, it never lose an election. Point something out when regarding Pandora, stop it. I had a bit of an incident last week. That's nothing major, but it's obviously. But sometimes when you say, for instance, you do get trolls come into the chat sometimes, and you do have to get rid of them. But you see, there's 3 little dots beside each one. I can't remember what they call them now, but there's 3 little dots. And sometimes they go up, sometimes they go down. Sometimes they're so close together, and you feel on a mobile device. Sometimes it's really hard to actually make sure you get the right one. Sometimes, and it's quite easy to hide people by accident or stuff like that. So, generally speaking, unless people are being horrible or racist and stuff like that, I haven't got a problem with you. Yeah, dare I say it, a Brexiter? Top Smoke. Oh, Sandy Bills, I didn't hear that. No postal vote, no. But it's okay. I have a bag of voting slips to smuggle in the box. And a voucher for 25 rubles if successful on the night. Yeah, I can't really do that, don't we? I've got that. Oh, crikey. Okay, so we've got Nigel. He was saying about Nigel Farage says the West provoked Russia into invading Ukraine, didn't he, the other week? Let's see which one is it. Let's bring that over here. There you go. We gave Putin an excuse, said Nigel Farage. Remember that a couple of weeks ago? Well, about a week ago. He got heavily criticised for that, obviously, because he says it Putin sympathiser. Oh, and then led by Donkeys did that rather marvellous clip, which I feel I must do again, because last time I think I accidentally had audio playing on top of it. There you go. Yeah, let's do it again.
Poison that is being told to our children. They are being told that the stories of Columbine don't matter. All they're being told are the bad things that we did in our history. And I'm standing up and saying, enough. We should be proud of who we are, where we come from. Who was that up there? Go on, put it down. That's radio.
Are you like a crazy person?
In the spotlight, I can't say it. Tommy Robson apparently is W of the week, WANKER, if you know what I mean. I can imagine. I saw his clips before. It's quite good, that geezer is. Meanwhile, is Rishi Sunak getting the taste of his own medicine by being called the P word? After all, he did not. Good point, actually. Thanks for that. In spotlight. Cruella, the woman who said it was an invasion. It just seems so ironic. It's just that got people of colour in the cab and that being racist towards other people, minority groups, and don't forget single sex spaces and all that. That woman's foul. Anyway, he didn't get rid of her, did he? No, she got sacked and then you hired her back. What the hell? What do you think it's because he wanted to just get her to stand down? Because obviously she stood down and then she went her campaign to be the Prime Minister. So Rishi Sunak is showing his hate for Muslims, so deserves everything that he gets. Okay, right, where are we? So, hang on, that's the wrong one. Come back over here, you. Put over there. There we are. Right. So TikTok suspended his live stream, which I think is absolutely hilarious. 5,000 people there. Apparently he got quite grumpy about it as well. So TikTok suspended a live stream of Reform UK rally. Let's make it a bit bigger. Squeeze that over as well. What is playing? What is playing?
It's the Southern War.
I called it. That was a flipping advert. Oh, X-Tool. Oh, surprise, surprise. Soon I've got lasers come up in my feed. So TikTok suspended the live stream of the Reform UK party for about half an hour. It was confirmed, and they said it was a mistake. Adverts. So the temporary suspension of the stream of Reform UK leader Nigel Farage's account was due to a moderation error. A spokesperson said, I don't like him. They shut him down. His access to the TikTok's live feature has since been restored, and Farage addressed thousands of Reform UK supporters at Birmingham's National Exhibition Centre on Sunday afternoon, today, with other members of the party. And the people complained that the live stream cut out as Reform UK politician Anne Widdecombe addressed the crowd. Waddle bottom. That's why I got censored. It's waddle bottoms. Bottom. Blimey. It's not because of Brexit. No, it's because how we've done Brexit or something like that, wasn't it? Oh, crikey. How'd you go? Oh, blimey, I've got it here somewhere. Oh, I'll find a minute. Oh, there she is. Oh, ain't she lovely? Yes, single. If you're interested. Oh, gosh, she's such an awful person. So during her speech, the former Brexit Party MEP, the one who showed the back to the Ode to Joy, Conservative MP, said that Mr. Farage's party would bring common sense back to Britain and get rid of woke. How do you get rid of something that's just an ideology? It's been weaponized, isn't it? It doesn't mean anything. It's like, what's it, Antifa? That's something else, there's Trump with Antifa. What the hell? It's not an organisation. It's just something made up, isn't it? Oh, crikey! There's a wife. See, they marry me. This is the first one. You're my first wife.
Well, Duffy, you got a second. Not yet. Yeah.
Not yet.
Do you feel you need one?
Oh, sometimes, yes. What can I do you for, madame?
Nothing. Seeing if you're alright.
Oh, I'm
Do
alright.
you need anything?
Oh, I need treats for doggies because they keep pestering. All I've got is powder.
Forget you got coffee.
Oh, yeah, I've been having coffee. Got my coffee here. Keep me awake.
Tea.
What happened yesterday, Caroline? What happened yesterday? Something really bad happened yesterday.
Yeah, he went shopping the day before and he says, is there anything that we need urgently? We'll do the proper shopping later, but is there anything we need? And I put a few things down on the list.
Take care, Regan.
And we went to the cupboard yesterday and
there's no coffee.
There's no coffee.
And I was dying I was so tired.
Marcus never ever makes yourself a cup of coffee. I'm the only
Oh,
one.
you have coffee in the morning. You make coffee in the morning, don't you? I normally only have coffee in the morning, but I was like, oh.
Yeah, and he was like a bear with a sore head.
I was.
So I had to go.
Tragedy.
I had to go around my French neighbour and ask her if I could borrow some coffee.
No, actually, you asked her, can you save me from my grumpy husband? That's what you said.
Yeah, I said, can you save me from my grumpy husband? Have you got any coffee? And she said, yeah. She come and brought around.
She did. Our French neighbour, Violette.
And there's just some turmeric.
Oh, yeah, we've got to plant that. Got turmeric to put in the greenhouse. Could grow turmeric. It's good for you, It's like a superfood. I need that. Anyway, where were we after that? Sorry. Take care, Regan. Be good. Thank you, matey. See you, Regan. B. Kershaw says, have you been rejected by a bank? Paid for vetting that was useless? Nope, I haven't. Internet connection that failed. That has happened. Farage, you are an injury claims lawyer. Wait your call. Yeah, yeah, very good. I get that though. Yeah. Oh crikey, he's a right little snowflake though, isn't he? He reckon's going to sack. Someone's going to lose their job at that conference hall where, led by donkeys, brought the old sign down saying, oh, love Nigel, as in Vladimir Putin. So yeah, and now he wants electoral commission for Channel 4 News because he got investigated. He said it's all big, well, like the actors or something. It's never me, is it? It's people who don't want to take responsibility for anything. It's beyond belief, and yet people are falling at his feet. That is just unfathomable. Just like what's going on in France at the moment. People are falling at their feet. This is. They've got their real policies. Can they go on even there, my friend? I hope you will. Oh, turmeric and black pepper. Sounds good. Hi, Abnori. Hi, guys. Time to put the bike to bed. Had a good day, and you guys... Right, cheers, buddy. See you. Take care, Abnori. If only they followed it with a swastika flag. Oh, isn't that illegal to do that, though? It might be a bit risky, that one. These are all pretty strong allegations, but it's funny that he can't seem to prove that he's not linked. Everyone else has managed to. So, you roll with the devil. So, where was it? Is that an advertisement there? I hope not. I want no more adverts. So he said that. Okay. Now, major donor to Nigel Farage's Reform Party owns Russian assets. So does Jacob Rees-Mogg via Somerset Capital. He's going to lose a seat. So anyway, major donor to Nigel Farage's Reform Party owns Russian assets. Reform as a leader has been criticised in recent days for claiming the West provoked Putin's invasion of Ukraine. What a load of bollocks. I think it was last week I was saying that, well, Did the West, did the EU provoke
Smaller in number, are we?
Hmm?
But larger in mind.
Ooh, doggo! Because you love animals. I do. Half chest, buddy. I do love animals. Very much so. Oh, crikey. I was walking out, taking the dogs for a walk the other day. I'll have to show you. It's on my Rewilding site. Oh, it should be soon anyway. Not last night, night before. And there was these stag beetles flying about. And they fly really weird. They've got the bodies hanging their wings like that. You know, bizarre looking things, these stag beetles. They're quite big, you know. The ones with the big old mandrels on the front. And it just comes straight for me, right? I went straight onto my shirt I was wearing. And I threatened I was going to chase Carol on my big bug, and she ran away. She's gone. Anyway, this big old bug. And that was attached to me like so. That was amazing, the creature. But I tried to remove it. I didn't want to. All it was doing was holding on like that. Christ, they're strong. These stag beetles. So eventually I managed to get the claw onto my hand. And then actually, I don't know how it does it, but actually just hold onto your skin. And it was like, not with the mandrel, but with the little legs. And that, yeah, it's interesting little creature. But they're not wood boring. They just eat eat rotten wood. So that's actually quite their benefit actually. An old stag beetle. But the male one's the interesting one with the big old mandrels. I think it's to hold the woman down. A bit like chickens, you know, the cockerel and what have you. Do you know when we had these animals, right? When we had the goats, and I'll tell you, misogyny is not just in the human race; it's across the animal spectrum as well. We had Elvis, which is our Muscovy duck. Well, we had several Muscovy ducks who would jump on the back and pin their head down to the floor. Or this funny, weird vacuum cleaner hose type thingy comes out, does his business, fertilizes. What anyway? And the goggles are vicious. I mean, vicious. They go back of the neck again, you know, to do their business. God, the good old days and all that. You know, it is. Oh, Brian Cox. I find it so disappointing that that only actor Brian Cox had the courage to ever call Farage a fascist, and he did that. Was it a couple of weeks ago? A week ago? Well, what was that on? Was that on Sky? I have to admit, I do like Brian Cox. He's such a cat. Brilliant actor as well, and play actor as well. He's brilliant. But yeah, he did. He literally just called him. He said that he just came out of it, didn't he? And said it as it is. Is that what it is? No, I agree, Bob Silver, very much so. Not set the lawyers on Channel 4. Oh, then wonder why. Haven't they been there before? Was it Channel 4 that got criticised? Was it Channel 4? Channel 4? Yeah, regarding the Towers programme. I can't remember the name of the film company now, but they got investigated and found that Nadine Dorries was basically lying. She criticised them. That was all a big cult. Yeah, that was a bit. They're all actors and stuff. She did that in the select committee meeting. She accused them of all being actors in this programme, and it wasn't real. In the select committee meeting, that's just the level of stupidity of these people. It's unreal, really. What we need, and all this. I don't know. I actually don't even understand the reason why they have it anyway. When they go into Parliament and they've got immunity. If you lie, you lie. Plain and simple, you know. When you talk about it, it should be held to account. They lie or be disparaging towards other people. Basically tell lies about people. Fed up with lies. Sick death of them. Doggo! Doggo, because you love animals. I do. Not... Oh, there's one over there. There's a Pandora. Which you couldn't used to see her at all, but now she's got like a beard, grey beard, like me. All Shorts Media Deception Reform is a limited company, not a political party. The Green Party is also a limited company as well, but they've got lots of people involved. The problem with Nigel Farage is he's the only one. Well, they ain't the only one, actually, because there's Richard Tice as well. But, you see, normally when you have a leader of a party, as you know, they get voted down, don't they? No, Nigel Farage says, well, I've got my shareholder, I am. You know, I've got controlling shares in this party company. You know, shareholder of one majority. So he can do what he likes. That's not different democracy. No, you're right, David. It's Dave McGuinness. It's ridiculous. Obviously, they goes to the Electoral Commission and they have to be authorised. And okay, I've got dogs around me again. Oh, okay. His face. Oh. That's Sebastian. Panda saying, when's mine? I want mine. I wish you catch it. No, didn't that time. She usually does. And there's Wally down there. Hey, boy. Yeah, my fella. So, anyway, where were we? Let's back to the chat. We'll get back to what we're doing. I saw a Reform candidate has defected to the Tories. A deformed candidate? To the Tories? Why would you do that? That association, racism, baby. So who was that? Let's I must quickly have a look at that. All right, so let's have a look. Oh dear. Oh yes. Okay, let's just. Let's bring it up. Oh, it's there already. Right. Okay, let's have a look, shall we? I've got no audio. Why not? I've got no audio. That's why.
Conservatives, just 4 days.
Okay.
Welcome back. We have some breaking news to bring you, and a Reform UK candidate has defected to the Conservatives just 4 days ahead of the election, citing reports of the widespread racism and sexism in the party. Let's get the details from our political correspondent, Rob Powell. Rob, what more can you tell us?
Yeah, this is the Reform candidate, or was the Reform candidate for Erewash in the East Midlands towards Nottingham, Liam Booth Isherwood. He had been due to stand for Reform and will still appear on the ballot paper because that deadline has elapsed. But he has announced today that he will be leaving the Reform Party and suspending his campaign in Erewash with immediate effect, and recommending that people back the Conservative candidate, Maggie Throop, in that constituency, the incumbent in that constituency, instead. He says that over the past few weeks he's become increasingly disillusioned with the behaviour and the conduct of Reform, and says while he's campaigned alongside many decent, hard-working people in this general election, the reports of widespread racism and sexism in Reform have made clear that there is a significant moral issue within certain elements of the party. He also says that the party leadership, the Reform Party leadership, have failed to take this matter seriously or fundamentally address it, and as such, this is not a party that he wants to be associated with anymore. Now, Liam Booth Isherwood was a Conservative before. On his website, he says that he'd been a Conservative member for the best part of the decade, but essentially defected to Reform because he became disillusioned with the state of the Tory party. What we have now is him essentially flipping back over some of the stories we've had recently about mainly social media and online posts made by certain Reform candidates. Of course, Reform and Nigel Farage have acted to suspend some of those candidates. They've also, though, said that they believe that there has been something of a set-up and a conspiracy against them as well. So bad news, more bad news really for Reform. One of their candidates in a constituency where they would expect to be getting a decent chunk of the votes moving to the Conservatives, and I think for the Conservatives in that constituency, that may help them there. So some good news for the Conservatives and not such a great development for Reform.
Why did they expect anything different from someone like Nigel Farage? He's got presidents. This geezer, okay, he's done the right thing, although he looks like an escaped convict. He does look like a candidate for the Reform Party, doesn't he? Let's be honest. He does, doesn't he? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's over there, but for me, he's over there. That's confusing. Blimey. But yeah, but at least he's done the right thing. As all that, he doesn't want to be associated with that, or it makes him look bad. Maybe the missus say you can't be that party anymore. No, they're all a bunch of racists. They are.
says while he's...
Yeah. Oh, these people. Thanks for that. I hadn't seen that one. ABC in Australia says that Russian media is promoting Nigel Farage. See, yeah, I got caught up here from D-Smog. They call in other chats, my friend. I meant, oh, conspiracy. How Trump him off them? Yes. It's like everyone else said it. It's everyone else's fault. It wasn't me. No, I'm not a racist or a fascist. I'm a good boy, me. Yeah, right. It walks like a duck, talks like a duck. It's a duck. Or in this case, a flippin'. Ugh. Reform failed, UKIP failed, Brexit and Reborn failed, and got beaten by a dolphin. Stuff like that, wasn't it? Now, the thing is, though, I had this when I went out with the my son's in-laws who voted for Brexit, and I think they actually do buy into Nigel Farage. I said, well, if you associate with somebody, if you associate with a fascist, which Nigel Farage clearly is, by default, it makes you a fascist. It means you're a fascist sympathiser. You lie with people like that, racists, fascists, homophobes, xenophobes, bigots, you name it, you know. If you're lying with people like that, you're no better yourself. Just aren't. Because you're not sympathising with their cause, but you're just dismissing it. And it's a guilty by... Oh, crikey, you forgot now. You know, when you ignore something and you're basically guilty because you haven't done anything about it. Guilty by... Oh, crikey, I forgot now. Oh... It's like Frogage leaving UKIP after Tommy Ten Names joined it, saying it was too racist. He's locked up. Well, yeah, okay. He's been arrested on immigration issues. Now, what got me a little bit is you got Katie, what's her face? Not Katie Price. Katie Hopkins. She's in the United States filling in for Nigel Farage. Not officially, obviously. But anyway, she's over there causing squit and smooching up to some poor geezer that looks really uncomfortable. Anyway, during the pandemic, she actually broke into the United States. Why the hell didn't they locked her up? She made it public. She was at a rally where she was doing this speech, telling all these people what she'd done, and they didn't arrest her. What the hell? ABC in Australia says that the Russian media is promoting Nigel Farage. Oh yes, I'm going to do that in a minute. There we are. Proxy. That's what we should have done. We should have done a proxy, but I don't have anyone in that area, and I don't like putting people out. If you're not mad, I don't want to be a nuisance. So I thought we'd give it a go. Oh, Navarra get loads of vote reform comments. No other parties' supporters just type that. They usually expand. I'm assuming many are bots. Yes, most likely. Hello, Vicky. Take care, Kavanagh. Be good. I had a suspicion when I went to have some tea and someone was playing Panzerlied and ironing his... What? It's swastika. What about the Breaking Point poster? If that wasn't pretty much... Was he desperate with it? Was it just... Yeah. The Breaking Point poster was... like a flood of people coming into the United Kingdom. And Turkey was going to be joining the European Union. No, it's not. Doesn't meet the criteria, and they're going to get past it, is it? Human rights issues. Yes, I know, Bill Silver. Yeah, I used to like Russell Brand. and then he says, since Trump, and then the pandemics and anti-vaxxer and all that, he's just completely utterly bonkers. I mean, he's a lunatic, absolute blooming lunatic. When he used to do interviews and stuff like that with various people, it was interesting. It was good at it. He's always been a bit misogynistic, perhaps, but he's not sexist. Not so misogynistic, no. Sex pest, that's it. He's always been a bit of a sex pest, but he was good at interviews. Evans Pier, it's by association. Guilty by association. And then they've got everyone who's guilty by not what is it called? Omission. Guilty by omission. Say what you like about Putin. He's played the West like a fiddle for over 20 years. Yes, to be fair, maybe Farage was right. He's a clever man, That's Putin, unfortunately. Oi, Bill. Panzer Lied is a military song hijacked by the fascists and popular amongst a dime a dozen current fascists. Oh, God, I didn't know that. Thank you. I haven't got that record. Not on that. No, definitely not on vinyl. No. Tommy 10 Names is an illegal immigrant. Yeah, was it Leonard, whatever his name is, isn't it? Probably Leroy. Anyway, where were we? I was going to do a bit of desmogging. Yeah, dead smog. Now, if we bring it up, there you go. Major donor of Nigel Farage's reform pie owns Russian assets. Surprise, surprise. And don't forget Aaron Banks as well. So, Reform's leader, this is in Desmog. Desmog, is it Desmog? Or Desmog? Reform's leader has been criticised in recent days for claiming that the West provoked Putin's invasion of Ukraine. And there he is. Oh, isn't he lovely? Oh, yes. One of the biggest donors to Nigel Farage's anti-net zero reform UK during the general election campaign has significant Russian business interests. Natural resources investor David Liddy donated 100,000 to Reform on the 10th of June. A week after Farage announced that he was returning as the party's leader. Liddy's donation was the third largest to the Reform during the campaign so far. That's revealed by The Mirror and the Good Law Project. I've donated to them before. In the former's print edition, Liddy controls a series of companies that owns 12,000 hectares of farmland in the Stavropol region of Russia, in the southwest of the country, used to produce cereals and oil seeds. Liddy confirmed to Desmog that he still owns this land, saying that I have never made a secret of my assets in Russia. He said that he had made no profit on these assets since February 2022. It's called an asset. If the asset goes up in value, you've made a profit. You might not have drawn on it, but you... Anyway, that is he being prevented from selling them by the Russian state. So you can't sell them. So Farage has come under fire in recent days for suggesting that Russia's 2022 invasion of Ukraine has provoked by the West, and for calling on Ukraine to enter peace talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin. The Good Law Project Executive Director Joanne Moyan told Desmog that Reform is starting to feel a bit like Russia's unofficial British embassy. Oh, so you guys get your passport stamped. Anyway, the Reform leader has previously said that the Putin is the world leader that he most admires, though he's called him, he's a very bad man. A negotiated end to the war would likely result in Russia holding on to the territory it has taken by force, the invasion in eastern Ukraine. An outcome has been repeatedly ruled out by Ukrainian president and the people. They don't want that either, do they? Vladimir Zelensky. Well, a quick conclusion to the war would benefit Lily's financial interests, though there is no evidence that he donated to the reform due to Farage's stance on Russia and Ukraine. And Lily told de Smog, I utterly condemn Putin's immoral and illegal invasion of Ukraine. It has caused untold suffering and economic damage. That's easy for him to say it now, isn't it? Currently, Lily's companies, to be fair, he's open about it, unlike Jacob Rees-Mogg and his Somerset Capital, who owns shares in Russian media. So Lily told de Smog, I utterly condemn Putin's immoral and illegal invasion of Ukraine, blah, blah, blah. Currently, Lily's companies have written off their Russian assets worth 1.76 million as of October 2020. If he still owns them, he hasn't got rid of them. His holding company, just means he can't take the money out of them, he's just going to sit there. His holding company stated in its latest accounts that the sanctions put in place due to the war were hindering the ability to manage its Russian business interests. However, an end to the conflict would likely create more favourable trading conditions. Like, if I don't know what the property market's like in Russia, but if it's going up, then obviously there's going to be land as well. It's not just going to be housing, is it? So Russian financial data indicates that 2 Russian companies owned by Lily made a loss of 99 million rubles in 2023 on revenues of 160 blah 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 blah. Well, we'll get to the point now. So, I know he's a climate denier. So Reform UK has been campaigning on the overtly anti-climate platform and has called on the UK's 2050 net zero emissions targets to be scrapped. No. Reform launched its manifesto. This gets me every time I hear this again and again and again. Oh, it's a con, it's a con, it's a con. The biggest economy in the world is the green economy. It's huge. It's the biggest. And yet we don't want to embrace it. It doesn't make any sense. China is, you know. And then we blame that China for every, don't be wrong, China's rogue as far as I'm concerned, but regarding us offshoring our emissions, it's just. I mean, the party chairman and former leader Richard Tyson said CO2 isn't poison. Has anyone been gassed recently by a dodgy gas boiler pumping out? Yeah, okay. He says it's plant food. What? This is how idiotic these people are. So CO2 apparently is plant food. I don't see potassium, phosphorus, and nitrogen in CO2. Do you? No. Okay. So, I recently blamed the climate change on the power of the sun and volcanoes. People are going to vote for this party. Are the British public? Okay. Those who vote for reform, are they idiots? Sorry, I said that they're idiots. Oh, quite, you shouldn't be deflammatory and all that. You shouldn't call people names. They're flipping idiots. I'm sorry, but they are. If they believe all this shit, they're in line with flat earthers. They are, and chemtrails. So the UN. Don't forget the 5G masts. The UN Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, IPCC, the world's foremost climate science body, stated that carbon dioxide is responsible for most of global warming since the late 19th century, which was the Industrial Revolution that as well. But then we've been burning more coal and anything else, wouldn't we? Since the late, and also steam engines, 19th century, which has increased the severity and frequency of weather and the climate extremes. I think we are seeing the extremes. All the amount of rain we've had this year, unreal. Anyway, Farage has had a history of denying climate science and attacking green policies. He knows it feeds his little base. Friends of Farage. Look what he did to the fishing industry. They got suckered. Big time. Stand on the quay there so you can have the world. If all this fish all be yours, you better do what you like. You won't have a customer. What's happened? The fishing boats. I think so. 100 big old fishing trawlers have been scrapped. Crazy. Very much. I remember this actually back in 2021. He did a little post with him standing amongst some trees. He sees an environmentalist. Nigel Farage it is. And that he couldn't abide things like plastics in our seas, pollution in our rivers. However, on the issue of climate change, he added, well, what annoys me, though, is the complete obsession with carbon dioxide almost to the exclusion of everything else. The alarmism that comes with it, based on dodgy predictions and science. By scientists. I wonder who I'd rather listen to. Somebody who's gone through universities and done peer-reviewed studies and stuff like that, or Nigel Farage. I wonder. Definitely not the latter. So, as revealed by this market, Reform received more than 2.3 million from oil and gas interests, highly polluting industries, obviously, and climate science deniers between December 2019 and the start of 2024. So obviously, he's going to be pro, oil. Just like Farage now is pro cigarettes. Not Farage, I mean, Sunak. Yeah, he's gone back on his smoking ban for youngsters. So, climate science deniers between 2019 and the start of 2024 election campaign amounted to 92% of the party's donations. These people horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Now, I've got to watch my time. I mustn't go over midnight. Just telling them the thick ones, they're fascists. Just try to... yeah, I know. They are about, you know.
I want Britain to be back British. I want Britain to be back British. You've got interracial law and the Muslimic infidel. They're trying to get their law over our country. And it is happening. It's happening in other countries. Everything, it's happening in every country. It's like you've got the Iraqi law that they put down in London. Like we're more or less in London today, but they're trying to put the Iraqi law down on London. They're just trying to put their law down on us, and we can't stand for that.
Which Iraqi law is this?
It's the Muslimic law. They've got their law. Obviously, it's their law, isn't it? Like.
Oh, it gets me every time. Oh, what a little sweetie he is, eh? Blimey. Anyway, chat. So it means I've gone smaller. There we go. I don't understand. Stupid, I do not. He's just, God. Who shaved that ape? Oh my God, these people. They walk amongst us, they do. Oh my God, him again, I know. I dare say I'll bring him up again. Oh dear, the bonehead again with a Sharon law. Sharon law. And the Iraqi law. The Muslim law. He's gone, isn't he? He's gone in the head. I don't think he's that bright anyway. Who shaved that ape? The lad is even dressed like... Yeah. The platform Nigel... the platform Nigel because he's a draw for people to tune in like the Carnival Baker. Just saying, no, well. He is a draw. People wonder, what's he going to say next? Or what's he going to do next? It's like, they're waiting to be shocked. Ordinary people are, but they crave it. It's like Trump, isn't it, Oh, body's asleep. Look at him over there. Crashed out he is. He gets tired a lot these days, to be honest. The piss law. Yeah. Yes, in the spot, I get that. Oh, dear. There we come. Hello, Mark Wilkie. We have clowns here too. We've got plenty of clowns here in France as well. I can't talk about that sort of stuff. I do. I'll be really careful because if it comes to the point of actually getting my hopefully citizenship one day, it'll be that might go against me. What do you do for a living? I'm a woodworker. No, you're not. You're a political activist. Oh dear. People that deny scientific proven facts should simply be banned from holding any kind of power in society. It should be mandatory to prevent them from even talking in public. In fact, they should all live in the cages. That's what I think as well. With no checks at the border, I can't imagine how many cigarettes are being smuggled into the UK now. I know. That's going to happen, though, isn't it? The price of cigarettes. Oh, quite, that's a good point. Yeah, good point. They still get smuggled in. They'll be put inside, I don't know, argument's sake, tubeless tyres. Sandy Bill, hello there. It's quite progressive, really. Don't let the scientific illiteracy or the lack of functional knowledge concerning a topic or skill hold you back. Reach for the sky, and there's still an ozone there. Just. When I want advice for my health, I see a doctor. Not Bob down the pub! No. That's usually a good idea. $135,000. It said, what does it say on this one here? 100,000 this one, but it's probably others as well. He's a very foul person. So, he is trying to distance himself from the bad apples, apparently. So Nigel Farage seeks to distance himself from bad apples in the Reform Party, and the leader again forced to defend past remarks and allegations of prejudice in the party and candidates' resignation for going to the Tories, isn't they? Nigel Farage has sought to distance himself from the bad apples. He is the bad apple. Well, the saying, where there's money, there's muck. And Nigel Farage is the muck. In Reform, UK amid continuing allegations of prejudice in its ranks and the resignation of a candidate who cited concerns about the behaviour and conduct of others in the party. Yet people are still supporting him. So those people are just as bad. I just gave you a treat. You don't need another one. You already had one. The Reform UK leader was forced to continue defending his own past remarks about individuals ranging from Vladimir Putin to Andrew Tate. God's sake. As the general election campaign entered its final week. People like Andrew Tate, what they do is they mask the lie behind truth. And that makes them even more dangerous because that's how they win people over. That's how they get people on side. Oh yeah, that's true, I get that. But behind it all is more. It's not sincere. Like Hitler, isn't he? You win the people over. Build them roads. Build them roads. And they'll support you. And they did. You know. And obviously it backfired, but you know. Where's my mouse? There it is. He told Sky News political editor Beth Rigby on Sunday that Tate, the misogynist influencer, was a huge voice for men. Oh dear. And filled a gap for many young men, he said, feeling they aren't allowed to be blokes in any way at all. That's rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Farage said he was horrified by the charges against Tate in Romania, which include human trafficking, rape, and forming a criminal gang to sexually exploit women. And Tate denies the charges. People came forward. The Reform still appears to be in a strong polling position, which would indicate that the right-wing populist party could exasperate and defeat the looming over the Conservatives. Looming is they're going to be decimated. Farage would have helped with that. Farage earlier angrily denied that he was fanning the flames of prejudice to further his political ambitions. I don't think even that's a question, is it? It's a statement of fact. As he doubled down on claims that Reform UK had been set up by an exposé of racism and prejudice amongst activists. However, there was a fresh blow for the party when a candidate said he was leaving. Had a hissy fit, and he left for the defeated Tory party. Oh, might have been preemptive, maybe. After becoming increasingly disillusioned with the behaviour and conduct of Reform over the past few weeks. Complicit by association. So, yeah, Liam Booth Isherwood, who had been the candidate for Erewash constituency in Derbyshire, made clear that there is significant moral issue within certain elements of the party and the failure of the party's leadership to not only take this matter seriously, but also to fundamentally address it. And made it clear that to him that this is not a party you want to be associated with. I don't understand how anyone can even use that argument, because at the end of the day, it was clear. Nigel Farage has got history in it, you know. These people. Did we ever find out where this much money come from for Aaron Banks? Nope, still waiting. And we're going to keep on waiting, I suppose. Just like we're going to keep on waiting. Oh, where's the money for track and trace? The 36 billion. When I want... I don't think I've done already. Richard Basmati what? Seeks help from the UN aid. Fanning the flames of prejudice. He's been doing it. I know. It's nuts. Pop kettle black and all that. Beware the double surnames, people. Double surnames. Double-barreled. Jacob Rees-Moggs and all that. Not to be trusted. They've all got that Eton and places. Those sort of schools. They've been conditioned to be assholes. Assholes they are. Richard Basmatis, I like that. Alf Smith says, long time. I like Andrew Tate. He's got kind eyes. Like a little Fred West teddy bear. He can't use the headache. No. Casper. Hello, Casper. What did Casper say? Where's Casper gone? Oh, yeah. Oh, Discord. I'm on Discord myself, but I ain't got time for all this stuff. I really haven't. Would not be worried about cigars being smuggled into the UK. I'd be more worried about drugs, weapons, and other things, because the UK border is like an open buffet. Yes. Hardly anything's getting checked. And they've got a strange system where it's like an inland... you can just basically skip that bit. There's nothing forcing them to go there. It's, you know... Sevington, yeah. Are you saying that soap will be dropped? The jail shower and Tato Head will be picking it up. Tato Head will be picking it up. Crikey. I would like to see Nigel Farage in jail. I really would. I don't know why. Just something to talk about and all that, you know. So the front line of it, this is back in 2022, this is, but on the front line of exposing the truth about Russia and Brexit. Yes. Nigel Farage, Aaron Banks, and other scoundrels. So, as I told my friend Boris Johnson, it's you and I that are always being blamed for this. The Russian ambassador in London, Alexander Yakovenko, said that he returned to me and smiled. It was mischievous answer to my question on whether Russia had been involved in campaigning for Brexit. Well, I'll do it as first person. No. So, Bad Boys of Brexit. Oh, that book. Oh, Isabel Oakeshott. That's it. Remember now. Didn't she write the memoirs for Matt Hancock? then grasped on them. I told my friend Boris Johnson it's you, and that you have always been blamed for this. Oh dear, there we go. I had worked on with journalist Isabel Oakeshott. Yes, tight as missus, as a researcher on the Bad Boys of Brexit. The book that she was ghostwriting for Aaron Banks, an outspoken businessman and donor to the far-right UK Independence Party, UKIP, which had pushed David Cameron into calling for the referendum on the EU, and like a fool, he gave them that. Put it in the manifesto. So Banks had given around $8 million to fund Nigel Farage and his campaign for Britain to quit Europe. Being a Brexit supporter, I had a little problem with this at the time. Oh dear. In the book, Banks described his campaign to take on the British establishment with a ragtag team of fringe politicians and social media whizzes, with money from his insurance companies, combined with some pluck and gusto and well-placed Twitter rollers yet again, social media. Banks credited himself for pulling off one of the biggest upsets in British political history. Lovely guy, isn't he? So it was a tale that would take him to the top of Trump Tower and sit on the golden throne, where he and his team were having a shower. Oh, no, that's a different... No. Photograph next to a grinning President-elect Donald Trump, and Banks would later claim a little credit for this other great electoral shock. Oh my God, I'm getting so tired now. But in the year after the book was published, Banks had come under serious scrutiny from both journalists and regulatory agencies over the source of his funding. It was like Carol Waddle. Carol Waddle. I can't remember her name. Anyway, Banks tried to sue her. Oh, no, she had to pay his costs, but she paid. So-called slander. But they still didn't manage to prove where the money came from. So Banks contested and suggested that his businesses were losing money and could not have afforded his donations. Oakeshott and I had heard from security services sources that spooks were probing whether Banks had serious business interests in Russia, and if it was connected to the Brexit, I guess. And in 2017, I was sitting with my family in Australia, and I got a call from Oakeshott. Yeah, could I check the records we detained from our time working on the Bad Boys of Brexit, and find it was if there was any truth to the allegations. I agreed, and that I was found deeply concerned for both of us. All right, this is first. Oh God, who's writing this? Tom Much. Can't do it as first person. I'm too tired actually. I get yawning.
Everybody in this country. And Frank?
The question I'm asking...
Done that already.
We're a start-up, and all start-ups, whether they're...
No, you weren't. Forms campaign evidence of homophobia. Let's go in the chat. Oh, it's time. 11:30. I will have to go soon. Also, I got really tired. Caffeine. I've got caffeine here. That might help. Yeah, more caffeine. Make funny noises. Chat. Oh, rum-ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Andrew, yes, Andrew, there seems to be a steam of them tonight. Just hope the mods catch them in time. Oh my God, is it because I mentioned Farage? Oh, are we getting naughty, people? I haven't been on there that long, but it's good. Also, what have I missed? What have I missed? Well, I just saw a Russian diplomatic airplane has been parked right next to Trump's plane lately. Ooh. It's not a good look. Oh, Dorco? Oh, thanks, Mad Monk. Isabel went to the same school as the King and Prince Andrew. Really? They didn't call London grad for nothing. Yeah, Led by Donkeys did a really good little video on that. How long before the Tories become the conform pie? Just call them cons. With a bit of luck, one day they will be. Now, the Shadow Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, has said she's going to investigate the COVID corruption of the PPE. She's going to investigate it all. That's what she said. And she's going to have a special person to do that. And the job is now available. Is anyone interested in working for a new government that is going to maybe track and trace, find out where that money went? Maybe get Shatimurti to pay back the money that she took. Maybe. There we come. Oh, I just saw the Russian diplomat done already. Saw that. Aaron Banksy. Banksy. Working class Nigel Gammon. The amount of times I get told, oh, you've been racist because you called me a gammon. You've been racist, yeah? Little snowflakes. As if it's a race. Cadwallader, that's it, yeah. Carol Cadwallader, something, yeah. She'd have to pay the money out though. That was fees. She'd pay out. Aaron Banks, nasty piece of work. One of those types who put profit over all else and people. Definitely over people. There we go. Oh, I like that one. In the Spotlight's man's suggestion for the new Conservative type of party. It's going to be renamed into the Condom Party. Not conform, but condom. Condom sounds... that will definitely bring the youngsters on side, I'm sure. Free condoms for everyone! Like a little blue rosette. Yes. They even need to investigate the DWP, yes, Department of Work and Pensions. They've got to investigate every blinking thing. The whole thing's a flipping shambles. You're talking to people, my son's disabled. And it's a nightmare for him. And somebody I met, oh crikey. This was last year, actually. Last year, year before. I think it was last year. Anyway, somebody who was visiting was disabled, but he still hasn't gone through the PIPS process yet. Still waiting. Then that he'd been waiting a year. Was it 6 months? Might have been 6 months. Oh, Jay, I'm a few carrots short of a low quality coleslaw, but I could do better than all the politicians. It's a ball and test. Yes. Coleslaw. Oh, I do like proper fresh coleslaw. We make our own coleslaw as well with the white cabbage and all that. Carrot. And it's really good. With some apple cider vinegar in it as well. Yeah, Bill Silver, I thought the Tory remnants had already chosen a name. The National Conservatives. The Nazis. They didn't think that one through, did they? They really didn't. Crikey. By Le Pencil with an eighth. Seeing the rise of Le Pen, I know, and Farage nearly 8 years after millions, I know it's absolutely terrible. Not sure the red Tory star is the person to do it. I don't know. He's our least worst. He's our least worst, isn't he? They're going to quite like it, Davey. But they're still Tories, really, aren't they? There you go. Is Labour more of a Tory than Lib Dems? I don't know. God, that's such a mistake, isn't it? Shaking hands with a Tory party that crippled the Lib Democrats. They were doing really well as well at the time. What a massive electoral mistake. Pimple Pot Maggot Pulse. A Pimple Pot Maggot Pulse also what? What name? They probably thought they were too stupid to shorten it to that, yes. Probably. The Nazis. That's just nuts. It is nuts, isn't it? Yes, at least worse. Yeah, okay, if I did get my vote in time, and yeah, might get it tomorrow, I don't know. If we got our voting papers in time, well, I would have been voting Labour, I told you before, but not because I want to. It's just, and they're not the Tories. I'd be more likely to vote, if I was voting with my heart or what I believe in, I'd be definitely Green. But even they're not brilliant. It's just... We need competent people. We need common sense green policies. What famous people went to my school? To your school? Don't know any. To be honest. I went to Thorpe St Andrew High School, I did. I can't think of any. Not while I was there, anyway. Maybe I'm famous. I was there. Oh yeah, but Nick Clegg got a job at Facebook, I know. God. No matter, yeah. So it worked out for him. Yes, it did. Politically, it didn't, did it? Yeah, Starmer's team meeting with Trump, also not a good look. And also David Lammy saying, he's misunderstood. That's just absolutely ridiculous. It's just disappointing, to say the least. 8 years after freeing Europe from fascism, Europe now thinking that maybe fascism wasn't such a bad idea. Oh, this is deeply concerning. It really is. And what makes it even worse is that the youngsters are getting taken in by these people. Very, very worrying. Indeed. So I hope Lib Dems win enough seats to become the official opposition to Labour. What if it is the Reform Party? At least it'd be interesting. Could you imagine like Waddlebottom, and Widdicombe? Can you imagine it? It'd be horrendous. Oh dear. No? You're not up for that? I happen to think it would be rather funny. I do. Oh, actually, before I forget, there's something that needs to be done. I'll just say it. Yeah, there you go. Look away, Mad Monk! Look away! He's been sucking on that lemon again, hasn't he? You go out of the room for a couple of minutes and the nutters appear. What in the chat? But also this little Chinese dancing baby. Starmer meeting with Trump. Yeah. What happened? Natalie Elphick, for Christ's sake. What the hell? What the hell's that all about? So push, just like flipping Boris Johnson.
Small
Hello,
number,
Grandson.
are we?
Just like
But
what Boris
larger
Johnson
in
did.
mind.
Expelled the more moderate Tories, wanted to talk a little bit of common sense. Got rid of all them. And that's pretty much what Labour's been doing. Got rid of those on the left, or those who Corbynites, I suppose. And if it wasn't a case that the whole fuss got kicked up about Diane Abbott, she'd be gone, still be gone. It's only because people weren't happy, didn't look good. So come on out of the outfit. Oh, we love you. You're typing that, all up for that immigration, all that, push the boats back to sea, punch the boats, and we're all into that. People. I feel at the moment I feel very disenfranchised, to be honest, because obviously we ain't got a vote, and this was actually going to be my last vote anyway, but they changed the law, didn't it, regarding the 15-year rule. So this was going to be my last one. Silver, the excuse was, well, he might win. So we should kiss up to him now. That's it. That's not. No. They could just be neutral, couldn't they? Let's be honest. They could just remain neutral on it. Okay, if Trump got into power, then obviously they're going to have to talk to him, aren't they? You can't get away from that. But they didn't have to do it yet. Okay, I don't think it's going to be Biden. Kamala Harris took over. She wouldn't get. Even if she's capable, it's just too much racism, isn't there? And that's the other thing with Nigel Farage, all this racism is flowing about him. I've got little black granddaughters, 3 little black granddaughters and a little black grandson. And I worry because they've already been submitted to. They don't understand because they're kids, but they've already been subjected to quite severe racism. So was my daughter, and so was the father, Ken. And it's just you hadn't heard this sort of stuff for a very long time before, Then we got this Brexit, we got Nigel Farage, and it's almost like, okay, say what you like now. But there are, you have a responsibility to be a decent person. It's just crazy. Isn't Elphick the one that joined the protest against herself? Yeah, that's right. I remember climbing up some school apparatus and having a Penny Smith's blue knickers in my face, and I was only 11 though. Thank you, Dorco. Thanks for sharing. I watched the debate between Biden and Truss. Oh my God, yeah, I know. I watched it as well. It was frightening. But when he did his following little rally, he was actually very coherent. He's having an off day, to say the least. But I don't think it's the case that he doesn't know what's going on up there. It's just that up there isn't coordinating with that or with his legs. Oh, look, English. You're the loser, apparently. Oh, is it right? Who's a loser? Loser of what? You're all lost. He's English, apparently. Yeah. Do a DNA test on them. Yeah. Probably Nordic or something, Probably some Viking come over and rape and pillage and all that, As if there is any real pure breed. Oh, I'm English, I'm special. Silly people. Thanks, Mad Bunker. You're the loser. That's how weak and feeble these people are. The level of their intelligence. English, you have no intelligence. No. It's the best you can do. Oh, you loser. Oh, you loser. Oh, dear. These people. Or if Trump wins, there will be total chaos or total chaos or chaos. Fascism will be empowered everywhere and democracy dies. That's the frightening thing. We don't have democracy in the UK anyway. Well, we have a sort of like a budget version. It's extremely worrying. You see, if people buy into this stuff, what's wrong with just being decent people? Why can't people just be nice? You know, is it really that difficult? It's poverty again, isn't it? You know, people are looking for somebody to blame. It's always the other. It's always easy to point the finger at the other. So Farage does it. Trump does it. So everybody else but them. You know. What? Why all shorts? What have I done to you? What have I done? What's wrong? What have I done? I don't know what I've done. Lots of bots. Yes. At least he called himself English. Yes, Mark Wilkie. Well, a lot of English are the sons and daughters of Portuguese, yes. Spanish, yes. Obviously, Italians, the Romans, and the Spaniards who fought for the Romans. You know, the rape and pillage was everywhere. Yeah, and besides, Mr. English, he's probably the offspring of Mummy and Mummy's brother, something like that. Anyway, all inbred. Makes me laugh. They tried to eradicate our Welsh language, and many of the English can't even make a sentence in their own lingo. You know what made me laugh? I shared a little clip on here, didn't I? Where this lad, he'd this activist geezer, this racist activist in Ireland, approached this black lad, asked, let's have a proper debate. Then. And this black guy with his afro and all that, it's cool afro, and I bet actually isn't he the equivalent of an MP or something like that? This black lad. Anyway, he started speaking in perfect Irish, and the other guy who was Irish, didn't understand a word of it, which was a sight to behold. I'm on my own, and now I'm feeling the Brexit pinch. My heart goes out to single parents and parents. Yeah, your hearts go out with parents who've got 4 kids. Actually, I have 6 kids. Blimey. Flipping hell. I think it was tough. I have to admit, when I hear people sort of think, I can't manage because I've got 1 kid and all that sort of stuff, you try and bring up 6 children. And it's just me and obviously me and Mrs. together with 6 kids. Everything has to be thought of. You've got to watch the time. You have to think of absolutely everything. Your car, how do you belt them all in? At the time, what I was doing, I bought Nissan Patrols and put extra seats in the back. Extra just to get that 7 extra 3-seat 8. So it wasn't legal, obviously. I've only got a couple more minutes because I mustn't go over midnight. Mustn't. My gene pool looks like a united front of Western Europe, and if I was pure blood, I would probably be like them. That's the thing. I've got Indian blood in me. I know that for certain, and then I probably got Irish blood in me as well. I need to check. So I'm pretty certain my grandfather, I don't mention this before, I think he's Irish. I get EU passport, gonna. EU citizenship. As in, yeah, I get no Burgundy passport, I need to look into that. Still be going, by the way, they do Celtic dances around here too, in the north and southern Alentejo. Tejo? I didn't know. Celtic dancers. Blimey. We do have, here in France, we have the equivalent of the Morris dancers. I've never quite understood those things. They were shaking these things about and the maypole and all that. And the bells and stuff on it. Yeah, it just looks silly. So if Keir Starmer met with Trump, I'd like to know what the conversation was. And if he was thinking he was going to get a free trade deal. Trump said that the trade deal hinged on pharmaceuticals. You're going to get free trade. The United States do not want any more trade deals at the moment. They don't want it. They want Biden made that quite clear himself. And for all the criticisms of Biden, they're actually doing really well, getting their GDP up and getting growth. They're going all, guns blazing, they are, literally. But people aren't feeling it. Do a DNA test, man. It's illegal here in France, you know. You know, if you that DNA site in the UK. Alan Tejo means beyond the Tejo. Well, I see. Is that Portuguese? I take it. Yeah, it's illegal to do. I don't know about in Portugal, mind, but in France, it's illegal to do DNA tests of like you can have done in the UK. You send a sperm sample or something. I don't know. Or was it hair? Anyway, get your DNA test. So you'd have to do it in the UK. I'd like to teach the world to swing. Teach the world to swing. Swing. Good song though. 100% tariff on electric cars from China. Yes. BYD. BYD is all just the price of their cars. Plus, they're pretty good. They're going to demand the marketplace. They really will. They'll just take over, and which means we'll just end up. We've already got too much Chinese stuff. I think we should travel in tubes anyway. Not the underground. No, I mean like overground, big tubes. Travel in tubes. Like those air things they have to get the money from point A to B in the supermarkets. I'm a Heinz 57 and proud of it. Because they're crap. Nerd. Shit. Right, I'm going to have to call it. I've got to get this on this side of the month. Otherwise, I'll be kicking myself. So, thank you very much for joining us tonight. And thanks for Super Chats and thank Mad to the Spanners. And thanks, Joel, as well. So, gingers, kids. No, thank you. I've had two door car. Crikey, I know. Too many kids. Caroline had 4 from a previous marriage, which had a very violent marriage, and I got 2 as well. So, we had 6 kids. And the youngest was only 2 when I met Caroline. Only just. So, yeah. Then we had 2 more. Glutton for punishment. That we were. Anyway, it's time for me to go. As I say, toodaloo, you know. Oh God, I've gone. Where have I gone? Oh, I'm still there. Just blind me. Okay. What's that one? Clacton Farage Snake. Oh, that'll do.
Something to do with Clacton, and to be honest, I think the townspeople, are sick of being used as political fodder, really, for people that, just want to get a seat in power.
So you don't think he really cares about Clapton?
No, not at all. He couldn't give a rub. He couldn't care less.
Oh dear. She's right. That she is. Toodaloo, and have a lovely week, and enjoy the election. And don't forget to put the cross in the... Oh, quite, go on again. In the right box. Okay. Toodaloo. Don't forget to hit the old like button. I didn't say it once in this stream, did I? There you go. Hit the old like button and maybe subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already. Probably have, because you're already here. Toodaloo. Oh, God. I'm fading. Oh, no, it's just gone. Toodaloo.